Hello, hello, Frosty Fire 10 here. Welcome to a discussion of sorts about Cyberpunk 2.0. I mean, 2077's 2.0 update and kind of, I suppose, reasoning rationale as to why I'm just not interested in Phantom Liberty at all. And whether I'm alone or not, who knows? But I returned to the game. Have a look at the update, all the changes, which there's a tremendous amount of them. Cops being a big one. Actual chases proper now. The star system, all that working. And them appearing in a way that makes more sense, which has been it's an improvement, no doubt. Having said that though, in a game where you reload saves, so you go back to checkpoints in terms of autosaves, car chases don't work in the same way in which like a GTA where you get killed by the cops but you just spawn at the hospital. Again, it's just in terms of using it as a fun gameplay loop, it's a little bit different. And again, that's is what it is. It's fine. It's better, much better, of course, but it's just a little bit odd. We still have no textures on the roofs, no real textures, because again, you're not supposed to be elevated and all that sort of stuff, which I can understand. That's a lot of work that they need to focus on bugs and bug fixing. I think the performance improvements have been massive, just from PlayStation 5 point of view, which is where I'm on. I did play the game at at launch, and yeah, tremendous issues, constant bugs, constant crashing, which is just in critical moments too. Like for me in the first major mission, it crashed right at the critical moment when the character's life was in danger, and it was just like massive buzzkill. It happened a lot through my first playthrough, but having said that, I still really enjoyed the game. So it's one of those ones where because I was on PS5 as opposed to PS4, I wasn't massively, like, I could live with the bugs. I could get over it to the point of enjoying the game and thinking that the game's one of the better games that's been made. I don't know how that just happened. You okay, lady? The story, although a bit dour at times, I thought it was really good, even though again it was changed at the last minute because of the Keanu Reeves stuff, which is disappointing, but at the same time they made do because they had to make do because they were getting a big name and they could help promote it, so it was good for their marketing. Oh, let's just murder all these people. Let's do that one. Oh wait, didn't even need to. Okay, one left. So some of the things that they've changed that I do like, but I also a little contentious, is they added a lot of skills in terms of the dash, air dash, in a way that was okay. Is someone else still there? Why are you in the box? I'm just talking about how the game's been fixed and you're just standing there in the box. So yeah, it's not perfect. Alright, you just take that. Anything good? Sure. They added the skill shards, so you can actually get... Yeah, why not? You can get these little minor upgrades, which are just nice. I think, in terms of the keeping you engaged in just regular combat with irrelevant enemies, it's nicer. Alright, chase me. Let's run. Can I climb out? No, I can't. I'm done. Let's go. Anything good? Fixing the clothes was great, and also bad. So there's a lot of changes they made for. Although it may seem like most of the changes they made to skills and equipment were for the sake of, making the game fresher, giving it a different feeling, so you have put less pressure on the clothes you're wearing. In reality, they changed so much about the game, partly to justify having no new game plus. that there is a significant part of it that is just like, if we change it so much that it invalidates all of the skill progression, gear progression, weapon progression, crafting progression that people who played the game at launch have experienced, then they'll be more inclined to come back to the game and start a new save to experience it all again, because of the changes we've made making it so wildly different. Oh, it's just get some USB going. So, armor. Let's just get straight to it. So there used to be slots on everything. If you didn't know, again, if you're new to the game, you won't realize what you're missing. But you're missing. It's really just a tremendous amount of a lot more customization, and that's really, you had gear slots and mod slots on the armor, and you could put in heaps and heaps of stuff, heaps and heaps of armor things. And what you would do is you collect a whole bunch of mods, and you just in your backpack, and you would just stack tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of mods, and then you'd add like armor, and you get perfect legendary versions and all that sort of stuff. But what they did was they removed or changed pretty much all the mods, and for the armor they just scrapped all of it. Which the benefit is you can wear any piece of clothing and it doesn't matter as much. But before, you'd want legendary clothing with had most slots for you, and then you could, put more mods on there and you become more powerful. But now, so many of the mods are trash, and they get slightly better. Like 12% damage against scaled enemies is just totally stupid, considering the game's now level scaled now. So you're just not going to encounter them unless starting a new save, and then you just, mission enemies really at certain points. But they've invalidated so much of the crafting. There used to be mods that were just straight crit chance and crit damage, just straight up crit chance, and you just decimate enemies. You could do tens of thousands of damage, or even more than that, with just headshots with a pistol, and you could absolutely obliterate everything in the game, regardless of what level it was. So you could break the scaling, and I can understand why they wanted to change that, but I do feel as though some of these mods have just become so pathetically trash that it's just like, ugh, what have you done to it? Why have you made it so just unexciting for me? It's just not. And the damage reduction on the SARS thing is like, oh. But yeah, it's a little bit annoying because, well, you can tell from my money in the top right corner, I have plenty of money. Not a worry, because I'm not. It's not like I'm celebrating the ridiculousness of the launch crafting mechanic system, because it was cumbersome to the extreme. There was a lot of pressure on your resources, and you couldn't buy them in the shops. They added that later. And you just run out instantly. But one of the things was the crafting of weapons, what am I doing? Wasn't capped. So you could take a green item. Where is it? So like, and you probably use better on the tire iron. A tire iron or electric baton or a normal baton back when that existed. And you could upgrade it again and again and again and again and again in the upgrade system. And you could make it do, let's see, here's a good damage example here. So we got a one-handed club. So it does 141 damage per hit. You could get a green club, a baton, to do, I think it was 1,100 damage per hit. So in essence, you could one-shot every enemy in the game with melee. And with pistols and with most guns as well. Sniper rifles too, you could absolutely obliterate. And it was just obscene, just even with green weapons. But at the same time, I put a lot of resources in. You still have to get the resources, but having said that, the system was broken in many ways, and there's still some fragments of that broken system in the game still today, of course. But it certainly made you feel like you were rewarded tremendously for that. It was just like, it was crazy. You just go in there and now you can only upgrade the iconic weapons, and it's just all around iconic weapons, which is kind of sad because you lose a little bit of the nuance of re-rolling the normal weapons to the point of getting the best mods on that. So you get fire damage, and you want to just keep re-rolling them until you get the right mods. But now they're just sort of fixed, and you can get more of them as you go up tiers. But it's kind of it's a little sad, a little sad, and the fact you have to upgrade the mods up tiers as you go as well is kind of just, before you could just make the best ones if you had the resources, and now there's a progression in it that's just a bit annoying. It's just a bit tedious, and technical ability, which was crafting, just got completely obliterated, and I don't know why I even put any skills. It's just stuff around. Just to upgrade cyberware now, so which is just sad. It used to be a whole crafting thing where you couldn't craft legendary unless you had the skill for it. So you had to, like, you could level up tremendously through crafting. So you could constantly make stuff and just level up from that. So let's see if that still works. No. So it did 2. Anything? We got it. We got a little bit. Okay, so what you do is you just absolutely craft the crap out of stuff. And then you just get your engineering, get all your skills up to really high, or get all heaps of points, and you can upgrade whatever other skills you wanted. Maybe I can just do that for 5 minutes. Oh, and then let's backpack, break them down. Okay. But there were more crafting components, so they have reduced the load, which is the complexity, which is, it's good and bad at the same time. Good because then you can, just focus on collecting what you need, and bad because all the effort that we went to collect everything has been put in the dust. So there was so much, it was so cumbersome that the amount of effort required to make good stuff made you value the good stuff. I think that's kind of where I'm going, is me getting, 999, all these things to max was really, I think, special and important. But at this point, I've got to get more skeleton things, of course. I've got to buy more skeleton stuff. It just doesn't have the value, and they took it away because they wanted people to feel less tied to their character. So again, your progression, your choices in the side quests is such a big part of the game, and why it's so good is side quests, and some of them being, crazy, and some of them being really emotional. And I mean, yeah, I don't want to spoil them, so it's kind of like, but yeah, they're really, really good side missions. Some of they're probably the best I've seen in any game, to be honest. The depth of some of them, it's just insane. And it's one of the features, the absolute features of the game. So it's just, but again, tied to your character and your character's journey. So it made it feel like you were V. So you are the main character. That's how I felt, and that's why the endings had such impact on me as well. Some of them are, just brutal. But it had that feeling of, this is my character, this is my journey. And then this was, reinforced by the side quests and the decisions you get to make, which impact on how they turn out, how things develop, and with other main important characters, how the situations develop, how your character relationships develop, whether you have romantic relationships with different characters and things that had impact. I felt like there was a weight to it that made me not want to make a new character, because this is my character and that's the journey they've been through. So it's like that tied in with my, big focus on crafting and losing the crafting tree. It's just, there's a lot of efficiency stuff that you can do with materials, and you can make a lot of money using the crafting system, and it's gone. And they want me to start a new character. It's like they keep every turn. They just want us to not do. They just don't want to do New Game Plus, because the problem that they've always had, which is they can't balance games. So they can't balance. They had trouble at the start with the each zone being a... Oh, give me a map. Database map. What am I doing? So at the original version, you had zones and they were level gated. So you wanted to be at, you do the missions in this area so you level up enough and you get enough skills. And then you go to this area and then they don't kill you as much. But it was really just what level you were. And then again, armor. Because you've got so many mod slots on your gear, you wanted to get as many as you could, get armor as high as possible. Towards the end, enemies couldn't hurt you at all. Like you could stack so much armor that they couldn't do jack shit to you. And then, like I ran through the final mission a couple of times, obliterating everything, beating the final boss dude, the main guy, with whatever I felt like, and I could just absolutely obliterate him, and he could do nothing, like a child. So there really was a power fantasy that was, again, it really had value because at the start you would get wrecked. If you just went to the wrong area, you would get obliterated. And so it was nice to return the favour. And that's why lots of players worked hard to sell paintings, be art dealers. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, then there was a way to make a copious, obscene amount of money through paintings. Having said that, I didn't do that route. I made I made huge amounts of money, which I kind of, no, not crafting, backpack. I still wish the UI was better. I still feel like it's pretty average. I made lots of money selling soda. Cola Blood Breeze was my brand. The Cirrus Cola Blood Breeze. Absolute beast of a soda beverage. So what I would do, which you can't do now, I haven't even tested. Maybe you can. I think they would have patched it by now. Surely. Oh, let me just... can you self-destruct, please? Oh, blocked? Maybe I'll go closer and do it. You guys, man. Traceable? I wish I could do anything other than Sonic Shock you. You just stand there and get shocked. So silly. No, thank you. No. Alright, let's see if we can find... See, this is just... Okay, I want to go to... Oh, right there. Here we go. So you go to these vendors. That's not very nice. How about you? Yeah, you do that. And then you. And then you. Oh my god, the damage is just so pitiful in comparison to the past. So sad. It used to be just... it used to be just so crazy. You're okay, you can go now. Let me just... But... Yeah, so we lost a lot of diversity in terms of weapons and the rolls on weapons. With the focus on iconic weapons. So it used to be a lot more, you could just make what you wanted. And just keep making until you get something you really like, and then you could just run with that. So much of that is just gone. Okay, so let's go. Let me just put this away. The grenades and the heals as well, they changed those, simplified them a lot, which they used to be a lot better. Again, simplification. Where the heck are you? Is that upstairs? Surely not. Where am I looking? Am I blind? Here it is. Okay. So we go to the vendor, and in the past, the vendor did not have this much cash. So I think it was 27k or 30. Maybe it was 30k. So they didn't have that much, and you would effectively glitch the game, and you could sell stuff to the vendor and then buy it back without losing money. Wait, but it would just be the vendor losing money. So it was one of those things that was... It took effort. It wasn't easy. You just have to open the menu. So sell, open at the same time as pause, I'm pretty sure. There we go. I think I might have broken it already. Surely not. Surely not. Okay. And then you would sell a bunch of stuff. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then there we go. And then I can't remember the next step. But yeah, it was an elaborate scheme. I'd use soda cans in the thousands. So what you would do is you duplicate. So you would sell, but you wouldn't lose it. Which again they would have patched out by now. But you could sell 1,000 cans, and then you get 2,000, and then you just keep stacking until you get 9,999, and then you could just take all of the money from each vendor and just go around collecting money. And then you could buy all the upgrades. That's why I've got all the cyberware. I've got everything. I got all that when I needed it, and just made stacks and stacks of cash. So $1 million. I'd probably bet 800,000 really, because the rest of it's from missions and things, and cyber psycho hunts and all that. All the just the normal stuff. But yeah, it was so much effort to beat the game, to game the system, use the glitches, use the fact the game was broken against it, punish the developers through cleverness, and then them trying to get revenge for the next couple of years. And so this is where we're at. We're at the point where, your legacy character is just been gutted. I've lost so much, except for my money. They never took my money away. They did all this bunch. They ruined the weapons. They used to have mods on every weapon, and it's quite disappointing how they just obliterated them. They used to, I had mods. Like, they took them out. They literally destroyed the weapons and replaced them with iconic version things that didn't have my mods in, because my mods were so OP. I had, crit damage and crit chance and just straight up. It was just absolutely insanely powerful, and we just lost it. It's Did I lose my talking gun? Surely not. I think I did. So bloody sad, man. Alright, so cyberware, they reinvented a bit of it. The capacity thing, I honestly think it's whatever. I haven't bought all the good stuff because I was worried about going under $1 million, but then I just, ran around the world a bit and got some money. I don't really like how armor's tied to the cyberware. I can understand it, but the problem with armor being tied to the cyberware is, for your enemies, it doesn't really make a hell of a lot of sense at times. And for all the random people on the street should all have decent armor values as well, just as a kind of standardization across it, but they don't. So it does kind of make no sense in terms of damage scaling, and there's some real flaws in logic, must be said. Okay, let's summon a car actually, because I got plenty of cars. So yeah, apart from that, so the cars have been improved, the driving's improved. It's still not perfect. It's still kind of weird, but it is what it is. Some of the cars you couldn't buy back in the day because as soon as you bought it, it would go under the ground and you'd just die instantly. So let's summon this one because this is my fastest car. Am I in a terrible spot? Some of these advertisements are interesting. Come on. Hello? Okay. Let's try that again. No? No? Maybe I'll stand here. Okay, maybe the game, isn't quite as perfect as I'm painting the picture. God damn it. Why is it not working? Okay, let's try a different car. Jeszcze Denisa. Okay, maybe it's because, you know, I'm on the highway. Maybe it's the highway that's doing it. Oh, the other thing... let's see if we can spot one. Surely there's one in this crowd. There's a lot of repetition of NPCs, you'll notice. And their animations as well. Which, you know, it's not it's not, you know, it's not insanely annoying, but it's kind of, it's just there. Can I have a vehicle? Can I have a vehicle now? Obviously not. Alright, we're running. Oh, gosh. But the game has improved, I swear. It has improved a lot. Mainly the loading. It feels like the pop-in and all that sort of stuff is less egregious. One of the things you'd have to do in the original at launch is you definitely wouldn't drive anywhere, like anywhere too far. It's better to run, so you give the game time to load in. For some reason, there's guys holding their arms. I did a whole compilation of it. So there's a lot of people walking around with arm pain. So I'm not really sure why.
I don't believe I've had pleasure.
And they put lots of kids around as well. Again, see, look, there's another guy with an arm pain.
Staring is rude. You know that, right?
Even people with robotic arms have arm pain. Again, I'm... See, look, there's another one.
Look,
So I'm not sure what, you know, their obsession is with having people have arm pain. But... See, there we go. He's doing something interesting. Because this is near a Ripper dock, you know, an actual key mission area. They put a bit more effort into the NPCs, as you'd expect. Even though it's kind of like, I wish they were more interesting across, you know, all of them. Oh, look, another one. So yeah, I'm not really sure why they repeat animations so much. The holding the arm thing, they should just scrap that because it just looks stupid. Why there's so many people with arm pain? Beyond me. Okay, so they took away another one. They took away weapons, destroyed the weapons and the armor. Destroyed crafting, completely destroyed crafting. In terms of the progression and skill tree and it being a path to progression and a way forward. Is this machine still talking? No, it's not that one. Where'd he go? Oh, it's around somewhere. Oh, let's just stand around here and see what happens. What are you doing? Is it my car? Okay. I didn't summon it, but I'll assume it's mine. So yeah, driving is still a bit odd, but at the same time it's better. And you have a... Here we go. So we got the... Yeah. So we have the shooting while you're in a car, and you can target enemies. Okay, so let's just drive away from that. So you have car combat, car chases and things, which is nice to have. The cars still drive like, oh. Pretty odd, but you know, improvements. It's really just the pop in between areas. So if I drive from one zone to another, you'll notice the frames will drop a tiny bit. There will be a little bit of pop in. There will be a bit of flashing, but it used to be a lot worse. Like the frames were like, oh my gosh, that's not good. Yeah, the frames would be just crazy. How slow, how everything would just go, and then you want to be out in the desert because then there's less things to load in. But that said, the trash heaps being unnavigatable not minefields. Well, they are minefields. Back in the launch, everything every time you fell over, you could insta-die. And the drones could insta-kill you with one shot, which they still can. So, again, they haven't fixed that entirely. But there was a lot of issues with just tiny fall damage being insta-kill. So you could fall from like one bit of garbage to another and just die. You'd be dead. So a lot of really weird little finicky glitches. A lot of glitches that... Oh look, it's a robot. I've got that car damage skill, so my car like just doesn't die, which makes all of no sense. Oh, come on. Order has been restored. They didn't catch me, but order was restored. Alright, let's find a good place to get out and have a little more of a walk. The game still looks great and looks, you know, as good as ever. There was one of the things, the big positives. Okay, let's get the heck out of this car. Forget. So, you know, visually, very nice. There's a lot of... oh, I'm back where I started. Oh, my plan all along. There's a lot of dead space, it must be said. But that's kind of, you know, what happens when you do a big open world sort of city. It's just going to happen. You just have to get over that. Can I? I'm going to be closer. And then just... Who are you shooting at? I didn't do it. But yeah, skill tree. Let's go through the skill tree. Let me just... Alright. The air dash is probably one of the things they added that I actually use. They added a bunch of skills which are, I think, absolute trash, and some of them are okay. It's kind of a mixed bag where some pivotal skills just sort of completely underwhelm me, and trees that had potential to be something worthwhile. Yeah, some of these are absolute trash. It's just not worth progressing to. They took away so much overpowered skills and so many just decent crit chance, crit damage style ones that it's just, it feels like a neutering. It's a severe neutering and then a change in direction with some of the perks and the way that they work. And it just, I'll be honest, it's change for the sake of change, I feel, for the most part. I mean, some of the skills on the original scripture didn't work at all, so some of them weren't actually providing any benefit in the slightest. So I can understand just giving up on those because they didn't want to just use the mods that fix them, because they did have mods that fix them. But yeah, one of those things. Skill progression. Yeah, I still feel like the old system worked better. But having said that, I can understand why they wanted to sort of simplify it. Again, simplify it with just a range of activities and not so broad as it was before, where you just focus crafting, and then you get the skill things and you can do whatever you like with them. But it's interesting where they've gone. I think, personally, again, why I'm not buying Phantom Liberty, it's too expensive. It's just a bit ridiculous. It should be like, if you've bought the original game, you should be able to get it for half price or whatever. It's just dumb. I don't like they're trying to recoup some of the losses they got with sales that were past the pre-order and past launch, where the game fell in price and was taken off the Sony PlayStation Store, and was just worth like, you know, $10, $2 sort of as a pre-owned game that people returned. It's kind of disappointing that they've taken that and gone, we made a stack of money from the pre-orders, not as much from the regular sales, retail sales afterwards, because of all the bad press, because the game was in an unplayable state on the PlayStation 4 and Xbox, and had massive issues even on the highest hardware. Just absolutely plethora of bugs and performance problems and just general patheticness of development. And even though it did have great story and great side quests, and I thought a good skill tree, Good enough skill tree when it was working. But they just want to recoup it with the pricing of Phantom Liberty, which is $45 in Australian, so like $30 American, and I think that's twice as much as what it should be. Just frankly, because if it was a meaningful thing, again, they've delayed so much, so we're gonna have multiplayer. Remember, they were gonna have multiplayer. No one remembers that. No multiplayer. There was a whole bunch of stuff they were going to do that they never did. The mods were the mods, people worked their asses off, did a whole bunch of cool stuff, and CD Projekt Red brought in a team of them, and I honestly haven't seen any benefit of that because we don't have mods on console, which again, some games can do that, which is the positive of Bethesda. Even though they've got issues and they use the mods to solve them, at least they gave you access to them on console. So it's one of those things where if they just add the Creation Club style, not the paid version, just the free version, onto console, that would be alleviate a lot of my concerns with the game in terms of especially the ending stuff as well, post-ending. And New Game Plus, again, there's a mod, people have made mods of New Game Plus on PC, so if you're on PC, many of my issues I talk about, they've probably been solved. But I felt annoyed that the way that they've discussed New Game Plus, the inability to balance enemy difficulty, which is just stupid. Don't even worry about it. Because they've already ripped all the weapons to shreds. They've ripped the armor to shreds. They've done so much to make the game more balanced in a way that I feel as though takes away a bit of the customization, a bit of the investment, and that all my hard work has gone to nothing on a lot of these weapons. And all the armor, the amount of effort it took to get the full armor stack, get all the full cool stuff. It's just... It's disappointing. It's disappointing to lose all my bloody armor. Lose all my damage. Just to be so obscene. Let me show you a funny bug to finish up. Okay, so hopefully this bug doesn't get me in trouble, but you can put on outfits. Yeah, as you do. But if you, I don't know if this is the case with the male groin, but if you're a body type 2 and you switch outfit, yeah, that happens. Yeah, did you notice it? If you didn't notice it, I'll do it again once more. Yeah, that happens. Yeah. Let's get away from that. Yeah. So yeah, if you switch between outfits, you're yeah. Even though I've got undergarments on, they don't appear. So yeah, hopefully it doesn't get me in trouble. But there's lots of funny things like that. They just don't have the skill or the attention to detail to fix. It's just like, yeah, just boobs out, I suppose. That's just it, freedom. Oh. But yeah, I do wish they did add more detail on the top of the buildings, give us a flying vehicle. They don't ever want to do that. I still feel as though there's a lot to learn from the game, which is why when they do Cyberpunk 2078, the sequel, I'm sure they'll have learned a lot, but at the same time, I don't have any faith in them to implement things in a way that... There's another guy with a hurt arm. Yeah, I don't have faith in CD Projekt Red. I just don't. I don't have faith. I cannot give them more money. I literally can't. I played Witcher 3 and it was absolute garbage on release, and I had to wait 2 months for them to fix it, so it actually on console you'd actually see anything when you go to the second area. The first area was fine. Second area, the textures didn't load in, so it was like pitch black and it was just unplayable. So yeah, let's just stab everyone here. Let me just this knife's still pretty cool though. Let me just What are you doing? Mate.
Destroy the Scott. All units, no progress in the
Let's go.
Suspect is still unstable.
Yeah, I don't have any faith in them. I don't think they're good. I don't understand, again, one of the things that I'm supposed to harp on for years. I don't understand how people rated The Witcher 3 so highly when it was just so buggy on release. It just was completely unfit for purpose. It makes no sense to me. It's not, you know, whatever. If you say Cyberpunk is trash on release and should be canned by everyone, then the same for Witcher 3. Because it was fucking trash on release. Let me just shoot these people. That'd be a good idea, wouldn't it? The perk to give you your vehicle armor is just insane. My pistol is so trash, but God Jesus. Yeah, tell me what you think though. Do you think the game has redeemed all its honor? I don't think so at all. I think making the game playable is not a trophy winning act. It's seriously not. It's not a cause for celebration. But the game is now playable. It's like, it's just, it's an insult to other game developers who actually get games out that work. It's just, it's laughable. And then they scrap so much that they were going to add, so much DLC they were going to add. They, you know, only have one instead of two. Just having, you know, cosmetic trash. Oh, I'm so dead. Alright, let's get out. Let's get out. Go, I'm stuck. I can't get out. Come on. Alright. We used to have, you could just have as many heals as you wanted, and you could just spray them now they're on cooldown. Same with grenades. I used to have way better grenades. Kind of disappointing that they took all my grenades away. Oh. Alright, let me just... Ah! Okay, I can't get past it. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Can you guys just, you know, give me So yeah, the game's better. I mean, it's playable now. Yippee! I do recommend the game in terms of if you can get it as cheap as possible, just the base copy, because the side missions are awesome in the base copy. But I just cannot. I cannot in any constitution. I cannot in any way, any good conscience, recommend, you know, the game at full price, deluxe edition with the DLC. That's absolute trash. If there's, you know. Oh no, the net runners. Ah, sprint. Get me out of here. Ah, no, go this way. Shit. Okay, so the problem when you get high levels of wanted, which I did a video on it too, if you wanted to see that, is hopefully it doesn't occur. What's gonna happen here? Go, 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 go. Scoosh, the caboose. Yeah, air dash is just like the only decent thing in this game. God damn. Okay, I need to get over there quickly. And I need... Why are you doing that? I'm busy. Yep. Okay, there we go. We're all good now. Maybe we're all good. Let's start battling the, Where are they? There he is. Okay. There's one behind me. It's fine. Okay, we got away. So the net runners that spawn at 5 stars are a real pain in the ass. They're actually strong. So it's good though. It's good to have them, I must say. You know, you just got to be careful. Let me just... Oh, come on. There we go. We're all good. Oh my god, I hate that so much, the stupid barbed wire fences. Alright, let me just jump over there, see how the cops are all doing. Oh my god! He just ran over a cop!
Come on out, girl.
Yeah, so a very well designed game. The AI, first class, undeniably intelligent. At the forefront of technological excellence. What the heck? So the robots jump on the cars, that's cool. I mean, they did run into the car themselves. Oh. Get him! Get him! Oh, I died. So yeah, if your standards for modern gaming make you think that Cyberpunk 2077 is now up to standard, then you're on another planet. You're delusional. So I hope, you know, people just understand that the game is not... It's playable. It's not GTA 5. And that's, you know, that says a lot, I suppose. But, you know, they're just special, I suppose. Everyone else is just not that special. Yeah.
You stink of junk food.
Jesus, mate, you nearly ran him over. It's a pedestrian crossing. Oh! What is with the car wiggling? Why is it wiggling like that? What's going on? Okay, so you're still in like a cop chase mode or something with your... I think one of the tires got shot out?
Huh?
Oh my god. What is... Oh my gosh! I wish you could hack everyday citizens. It's kind of annoying that you can't. I wonder if there was any game where you could hack the everyday citizens. Oh wait, there was. Watch Dogs. 1 and 2. Ignore Legion. Oh yeah, I can make cars explode. Shouldn't I do that? 28. So ridiculous. Oh, yeah. Just go run over. Alright. We'll let him go. He can go. Oh, he just ran some more people over. Stop! Yeah, okay. Okay, let's just, go to the apartment. We're at the apartment, aren't we? Took me all the way here. Surely there's no one around here with a hurt arm. Nope, we're all good. I think. I think everyone's arms are okay. Alright, let's go. Double jumps. Still good. Alright. So the important areas, they do a bit more work with the NPCs, must be said. The important places. Sure, that's where all the effort is. These high density zones.
And that guy in 7, completely whacked, I'm telling you. Gonna yank out that IV one of these days, start zeroing.
Hello. And the movement, everything still feels so sluggish. The dead zones, all that sort of trash. Might need to adjust them, but... Oh, this is another NPC interaction I wanted to point out. So this one where the lady's like suffering from, is it drugs or alcohol or something? She's like in a bad way. And the dude is like holding her. And it's repeated many, many times. And in some areas, it looks so weird. Like in a dark alley, it just looks like doesn't look good. So you try and intervene, and that doesn't help at all. So it is sort of it's a really weird one. You'll notice it. Now that I've got you worrying about them, you'll notice them all the time. Right through everyone.
You're just gonna sit there forever.
Why?
So much potential. And I still don't think it's lived up to it. What in the world is that outfit? Holy shit. Okay, alright. Let's, I think that'll do. Jesus Christ. Police officer, can you arrest this person? This is a bit ridiculous.
Back is killing me.
Is whatever. Jesus. Jesus. Okay, and he's in like the same outfit. Well. Alright. Whatever.
Hey, can't you see me?
Alright. I rambled on and on and on and on and on. The crafting system got gutted. Cyberware got altered in a very strange way to add all these percentages. Just a bit weird. They ruined the weapons, took away all their mods, made them freaking OP as crazy. Took away all the mods there. Took away the grenades. Used to have way better stuff on the grenades. All the heals used to be way better. You could just, have hundreds of them and just have no worries about dying. Changed the perks from just the basic attributes as well, and it's just like ugh, just weird. Got rid of the scaling, in terms of the zoned gated scaling system where the different zones have different levels, which I think is, I suppose it's okay in the end, but it kind of does take away the feeling of I'm getting so strong I can go to that area and just beat everyone. They streamlined the mission thing apparently, so it looks nicer. The phone as well, because that was just really weird and annoying. But it's just, I wanted to play New Game Plus. I was happy to play New Game Plus. That would be my compromise. But they refuse. They refuse to do it. They don't want to ever do it. Because they just don't want people to be overpowered. And yeah, like, that's why they've changed everything. They don't want, all the armor. They don't want all the guns to be so crazy. And yet, that was the fun part of the game, was becoming so strong you just wreck everyone. And now it's like, what do I do? I don't want to buy DLC. They don't deserve the money. They don't. They haven't earned it. And it's like, it astounds me, people giving them another chance. I'm just like, what are you talking about? Just play the game for 5 minutes, run around, you'll see. All sorts of crazy shit. Crazy, crazy, crazy stuff. All this goddamn craziness. Cars running into people randomly. Children running around, running through cars. People, repeated NPCs, but
Don't even want to fight you.
and it's really just air dashes. The only thing of any value. There's a lot of people doing this as well, slowly walking like they're a bit in a bad way. So we've got arm pain, bad way, consoling. People walking through objects, passing through objects, cars, walls, enemies eating crates. Strange AI behaviour. A lot of the depth gutted, which again, for reasons to appeal to a wider audience, this game was like crazy on launch. Yeah, crazy broken. Oh good, something's happening. See? Look at all this effort. Oh, he shot the chair! The plastic chair! No! Oh, burning. Oh. Good job, cops. Yeah, I think that'll do. I'm pretty much content now. I can uninstall the game happily now. But yeah. It's alright. Oh, there he is. Goodness me. There you are, arm pain person. There's another one! Oh, classic. And then as the lady looks down, punk lady. What the heck? You alright, dude? Alright then, it's been Frosty510. Like and subscribe. We'll catch you next time.